Hello everyone, how you doing? My name is Sean Thomas, also known as the LS Swap Guru. I specialize in auto restorations, LS swaps, suspension, whatever you need, we do it. You can catch me on YouTube, you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, everywhere, all social media, all platforms, LS Swap Guru. I feel that suspension is very important. Of course, everybody wants their car to be LS swapped and be running right, but at the same time, by the time I get to the suspension part, everything is old, corroded, dry, beat up. So all the bushings and everything needs to be replaced at this point, especially if you plan on taking your car to the track and plan on doing over 100 miles. You cannot use your factory suspension, so you want everything to be in good, working, functional condition. When the vehicle is delivered and it arrives, I walk around with the customer, and pretty much what I do is I make a recommendation list. We check out brakes, we check out suspension, and everything else that's needed to go along with the vehicle to make sure it's 100% safe and functional as this thing is going to be taken off. When these cars arrive, the suspension, you got to keep in mind, these cars are 30, 40 years old, so a lot of them ride terrible. They ride extremely terrible. They have worn out suspension, worn out tie rods, worn out brakes. It's just a pretty bad ride. Like I said, most of them are 30, 40, even sometimes 50-year-old cars. As the LS Swap Guru, everyone knows me pretty much for doing G-bodies. Over at Aldan American, we have worked together and we came up with a formula. A lot of these cars are no longer riding on 15-inch tires. So they have a great understanding that now a lot of these cars are on 22s, 24s, and somewhat even on 26s. And we're just basically trying to get rid of that G-body shuffle, if you know what I mean. Now that we have touched on everything in the vehicle, we've done engine, we've done transmission, wiring harness, of course fuel system so they can get miles per gallon. At this time, this basically brings the vehicle out to a more modern day muscle feeling. Not C8, but I have yet to have a customer complain. The first time I was introduced into Aldan American was a buddy of mine, Alex, came over to the shop. He needed a little bit of troubleshooting, a little bit of tuning on his vehicle. He took me for a ride down the street. He has a 1973 Firebird, and it has an LS swap, obviously. And when I say this thing drove insanely good. And I asked him, I was like, why does this car drive so good? I don't hear no squeaks, I don't hear anything. And he was like, oh, it's a company called Aldan American. I was like, Aldan who? He was like, I actually want to hook you up and introduce you to them. So then he hooked me up with the guys over at Aldan American, and ever since then, it's been heaven on earth. So a lot of my frustration came from the G-bodies, because like I said, we're no longer on 15-inch rims anymore. We're no longer on 20s. A lot of guys are riding 22s all the way up to 26s. So when we're driving these vehicles, it's hard kind of adjusting the ride height and things like that. But with thanks to Aldan American, like I said, they came up with a great formula working together. I'm able to either adjust them up higher, I'm able to get them sitting right on the rim. I've used both single and double adjustable shocks on plenty of the G-bodies, and I've been happy ever since. The guys over at Aldan American, they're here to help. Anytime I ran into any installation videos, I either gave them a call or I went to their YouTube channel. You can look it up, Aldan American. They have plenty of installation videos on how to adjust them, how to do the install, whatever you need. And like I said, it's a great product made here in the USA. It's affordable. It gets no better than that. I want to give a huge shout out to the guys over at Aldan American. Thanks for allowing me to come down here and be able to spend a little bit of time with you guys. You guys can look me up on YouTube at LS Swap Guru, TikTok, LS Swap Guru, Instagram, LS Swap Guru. On my channel, all you're gonna see is only swaps. That's pretty much all I do. Swaps, suspension, disc brake conversion, rear end conversions, any and everything under the sun. You can also email me at thelsswapguru@gmail.com. Again, thank you Aldan American for all your support, all your help, and the great product that you have made.